Hello, and welcome to the Church of Fuck You. I'm St. Patrick. Well, this church is dedicated to eradicating stupid shit. And there could be nothing more stupid than what some men think that women want. So to help my fellow man to know and to try to get in the same ballpark of what women are thinking and feeling and desiring, I went on and conducted a little survey, not really, super scientific, but it was a little survey. I got 38 women to participate, and I want to thank everyone who did. Very much, this video wouldn't be possible without you. And what I did was I composed 10 questions, and they answered them honestly. At least I hope honestly. So here are the results, and some of them may surprise you. Now, I'm not going to do this in order, so if you took the survey, don't think I'm going in a particular order. So I'm going to just read the questions as they come. The number one question was, would you prefer a guy who has a great body or a great sense of humor? Now, 38 women answered this, and all 38 said sense of humor. That's right. To be funny, crack a joke, make her laugh, make her giggle, make her smile. Now, some did say, they can't be sloppy or, they want their man to be healthy, but women were more into a sense of humor than they were a great body. Another question that I posed was, what is more important to you, looks or personality? Now, 38 women answered this. 3 of them said both, meaning that, the guy has to be attractive, looks are important to them. 35 said personality, which means you got to come to the table with something that separates you from everybody else. You got to come to the table with something that makes you stand out from every other dude that walks the fucking street. And looks, no. Personality, that's what majority, at least of these women, are looking for. Another question that I posed was, if you can go on a date with any famous person, who would it be and why? Now, I have a list of fucking people here. It's ridiculous. I'll read off some. The only one that duplicated was actually LL. 2 women said LL Cool J. Everybody else said somebody completely different, from George Clooney, Morris Chestnut, Damon Wayans, Robert Downey Jr., because he's fucking Iron Man. That's not even fair. I mean, you can't be Iron Man. That's cheating. Chris Hemsworth, which is Thor, leave it to a chick who wants to date a god. Maxwell, Denzel, Adam Levine, Justin Timberlake, Chris Pratt, Paul Walker, I'm assuming the alive version of Paul Walker, Kevin Hart, Joe Montana, go figure, and there are many more. Stephen Hawking is actually really interesting, and her response was that she just want to pick his brain. So, majority of these men on here, I'm assuming, are very attractive. Some of these dudes, I have no fucking idea who they are. One person even said Kevin Hart, because he's funny. So again, it takes me back to question 1. A sense of humor gets you a long way. Damon Wayans, funny. There's no one set attraction, fellas. There's no one thing that you have to be or have to look like. While you're pounding away at the weights at the gym, your girl is on the phone talking to some really fat dude who's just making her laugh and making her smile and making her feel good. You want a girl to love you? Then you have to show her that you love her. You have to show her that you are there for her. And you got to come to the table more than just a great body and a great looks or anything like that. You have to come to the table with something tangible that, will keep her up at night just laughing and smiling and thinking about you. All right, moving on to the next one. Next set of questions. Would you prefer a guy who makes a lot of money but works late into the night, or a guy who lives paycheck to paycheck but is available when needed? All right, answer to those. 37 answered it, 1 refused. Now, just keep in mind, I did say, because some of these questions are a little personal, so I did give the option of, if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it. Just trying to be fair. As far as the answers, 37 answered. 20 said they want their man to be available, which means, hey, guess what? You have to be there. 12 said they would prefer their man to work late into the night. And some of the reasons they gave was because pretty much you can't enjoy life if you're broke. And no money brings a lot of stress. And maybe some of those women were, dealing with money or stress issues or whatever the case may be. 1 said both. 1 said doesn't matter. 1 said neither. Pretty much the neither was, they want them to make enough money to enjoy life, but they don't want to be, a workaholic, meaning you still have to be around. And 1 said, whatever makes them happy. The next question, would you prefer a great massage at a spa or an average to good massage from your man? 38 answered. 27 said from their man. It's more intimate. It's more personal. You know, massages can lead to other things. Hint, hint. 7 said spa. And one of the responses was because I guess some of their men can't like give a good massage or they don't dig deep enough. One said both. 2 said they hate massages. So whoever is married to those women or dating those women, you're fucking lucky. You don't have to give them a massage. The last one for this set. Have you ever cheated on a person who you were in a relationship with? If so, why? Now, fellas, I really need you to pay attention to this shit because this is real. 38 answered. 21 said yes, 17 said no. Some of the no's were like they'll never betray their trust, they'll never cheat on their man. Of the 21 yes, some of the reasons why they gave were they felt depressed and shut out, the man was never around, they were breaking up anyway. Some did say that they were young, so you know, I guess while you're young you do stupid shit. A couple said they wasn't getting enough of what they needed from their man. One said he cheated first. I guess it was payback. Actually, another one said that too. Not happy, felt neglected, long distance, never available, never around. So fellas, let's get this straight. And I actually started this on the first one, so I'll tell you again. If you want your girl to be happy, you have to be there. Now, obviously, some women prefer a little bit of money because, you know, they don't want the stress of being broke, and that's fine. But the overwhelming majority of these women, they want their man to be there. Majority of the reasons why some women did step out is because their man was not there. So you have to be around. You have to make your presence known. You have to let your girl know that you love her more than anything. And that everything revolves, well, I won't say everything revolves around her, but she needs to know that she's a priority in your life. You can't pull the bullshit of, you know, just showing up whenever you want to and think this girl's going to love you and be faithful and do everything under the sun for you. Just doesn't work like that. And again, you don't have to take my word for it. I'm not speaking, you know, bullshit. I'm speaking from women who have actually lived this shit and done this shit. I'm telling you from their experiences. So it's not just me being an asshole saying fuck y'all. It's them saying fuck y'all because you weren't there. You weren't around. You made me feel like shit. You know, you neglected me. Whatever. All this list of stuff of why they stepped out. They stepped out because they're not getting what they need. If you want your woman to love you, you want your woman to be there for you, you want your woman to do everything in the world that you want her to do, you have to be there. Period, point blank. Give her a massage, you know, make that intimate connection, make that time, you know, let her know that you're into her, that you feel her, that you would do want something, that you want to do something special for her. All right, now I know fellas was waiting on this one, so let's get it. What is the ideal size you want your man's equipment? 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 plus. Now I know a lot of dudes are already thinking, oh, they want fucking 10 plus. Surprisingly to probably a lot of people, the number one answer was 6 to 8. And that was 23 women said 6 to 8. 7 women said it doesn't matter. 1 said as big as possible. 3 said 8 to 10. 2 of them said 4 to 6. The main thing, well, I'm sorry, let me stop. 36 people answered this. 2 refused to answer. I guess it was too personal for them, and that's fine. But look at that. 36 women answered. 23 said 6 to 8. And their main reason for saying 6 to 8 is that, you know, well, I'm sorry, not for the main reason. But some of the reasons that they said 6 to 8 was, you know, they like their cervix where it is. They don't want their shit rearranged every time, you know, they have sex. What is it? 7 that said it doesn't matter is because they just need to know how to use it. You need to know how to work your shit. Stop worrying about having the biggest dick in the world, okay? I'm coming with facts. Women, and I would say majority of the women, especially in this survey, they don't need and or want the porn dick. They don't want the, you know, 12 inches, you know, fucking horse dick. They just want a man who knows how to work his shit to where it won't rearrange her insides every time he strokes. Let's keep going. What is the preferred amount of time you would like to have sex? And this is actual sex, not including foreplay. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 45, 45 to 60, or an hour plus. Surprisingly, 1 person said 0 to 10. Another person just said 10 minutes. 2 people said 1 hour. 9 people said 10 to 20. 1 person said 15 to 25, because there's always have to be somebody who just rearranged the rules and shit. 12 said 20 to 30, 6 said 30 to 45, 1 said 45 to 60, 1 said depend on the situation, 1 said no preferred time. 35 women answered this, 3 refused. And again, this is back to our perception. A lot of men think that, a woman has to, a woman wants to, have a man and fuck all night. Well, clearly not. Some people actually responded, I'm sure they responded in a joking way, but they got shit to do. They can't fuck all night. If you got kids, you got a job, you got whatever, you got shit to do. You can't be fucking for 12, 13 hours at a time. Or, 6, 7 hours at a time. Let's get it in, handle your business, and let's roll. Next one. How important is it that your man/partner, how important is it that your man/partner can make you have an orgasm? Of the 36 women who answered, 2 refused, 27 said it's very important, extremely important. 1 said about 60%. 1 said depends on the mood. 3 said not really. 2 said not important. 1 said kind of. And 1 said not all the time. Now the premise that I got, the information that I got from this, especially from a lot of responses, because, they like to elaborate on the answers, was that they don't have to come all the time, but it's very important that they should be able to reach that peak with you. And I say this to men, and I say this in all sincerity. If you wonder why you can't have sex or your girl doesn't want to have sex, is if you're not doing it right, she's not going to want to. Just plain and simple. You have to be able to work your shit. If you haven't mastered your shit, practice, do something. I don't know what the fuck you need to do. But women don't want to be with a guy who can't please them sexually. And a lot of women responded, and again, I'm just going off their word because this is what they said. Their main goal is to make you happy. A lot of women did reply to that. Their main goal is to make you happy, make sure the man, is satisfied. So your main goal should be, in return, to make her happy, to make sure she's satisfied. Now, again, it doesn't have to be every time, but you have to be able to get her there. Period, point blank. Okay? She doesn't want a guy to just jump on top of her, fucking pound her like a jackhammer, and then go off and start watching SportsCenter after 5 minutes. That's bullshit. And again, this is just flat out facts. It's flat out true from people who, again, lived it and experienced it. They don't want that shit. They want a guy who just, who takes time to get them to their peak, takes time to get them to their level, to get them, to make them feel excited. And I promise you, fellas, if you do it right, you will never have a problem with not getting any. I promise you. You will never have a problem. If you hit that shit right, you won't have an issue of, oh man, we only have sex 3 or 4 times a month. Get the fuck out of here. All right, the last question, and I'll leave it at this. What is your number 1 insecurity? This is what I ask women, and the insecurities are fucking endless. I have stomach, stretch marks, thighs, boobs. 10 said weight, 1 said nose. 2 said none, 1 said aging, 1 said being lied to, 4 said their body, 1 said cheating, 2 said trust, 2 said commitment, 1 said feeling inadequate, 1 said figure, 1 said hands, 1 said jealousy, 1 said not being enough, 1 said not being found attractive, and 1 said not being pleased or pleasing. 34 answered, 4 refused. Now, fellas, this is what I'm going to tell you, you got to get on your job. First of all, your woman should never feel inadequate or bad or self-loathing of herself. 18 of these women who answered, and that's over 50%, said their body makes them feel insecure. Your woman should never feel insecure about her body while she's around you. She should feel like she's a fucking god. Like she can walk into the room and you would do anything to get inside of her. That's how she should always feel. Okay, now I understand we can't, some women are a little out there, and I'm not saying any woman in this, survey, but some women are a little out there, they're gonna, have their own little issues. But your woman should never feel like she's not your everything. Like she's not just the most beautiful woman on the face of this earth. Like you wouldn't lick the sweat off her feet. That may be a little disgusting, but whatever, you get the point. And also, like I say, they should never feel inadequate. They should never feel like they're not enough for you. You should always make your woman feel loved and special and kind and like she is just the greatest thing that ever happened to you. Now, fellas, I'm going to be real with you. I understand sometimes it is hard. Believe me, it is really hard. But this is your job. If this is your woman, this is your job. You got to take it seriously and you have to put that effort, time into it. And to flat out, just stop thinking dumb shit. Stop thinking of yourself as inadequate. Because if she's with you, then obviously you're more than enough for her. You just have to make her feel like she's more than enough for you. All right, man, that's it. This is the women's version. The next time, next week, next Wednesday, I'm going to do the man's. So if you're interested in taking the poll, men, let me know. I'll send you the 10 questions, and we'll tell these chicks how we fucking feel, because it's our fucking turn. All right, now that's it. All right, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. This is St. Patrick. I'll see you later.